year, just to see a different side to iDrop, where he is starting to dominate slightly more in the major finals if they do make it there. So excited about that duo, excited about the potential that they have. Of course, Marius is one of those players that we just know by now. Of course, he's been through that whole up-and-coming fragger, up-and-coming player phase, if you like. You know, he's very much cemented in the furniture of the EU region right now. We know what to expect from him. Likewise with VK. Malabuka, they've had their ups and downs this season. They've had some trials and tribulations, if you like, but it's definitely not understated how talented both individuals are. We saw it in that end game, even just trying to recycle and trying to recover, I should say, some of their games. They just have those pre-edit potentials, pre-edit opportunities that we know Malabuka for, so that experience can play so vital in these games. It's Asper and Prism also still together in a nice position. Cheeps and Turtle, who had a better game in that last game, still in the lobby here as well. Nice shot onto Xantify from Turtle. Can he find the second? He can't quite. Xantify still getting health from this mist. Pretty difficult situation for Xantify as he's now down to HP. Turtle looking a little bit weak as well, and yep, down to the Storm, so it's a 2-tick. Was trying to drop into the box, but Cheap shuts him down. And Turtle and Cheeps are still in the lobby, thankfully, after some great heroics from Cheeps. Not going to be easy though. You can see where that zone's pulling. It's going to be a 5-tick when this one closes. So they've got to get in zone. They've got to do it now. They're going to have to use this piece to try and carry that through as well. Not an ideal circumstance for those guys, but they did manage to win that fight, which keeps them in the game. Super important. Oh no. Marius and iDrop, 100 damage below the threshold. It's so important that they can try and find as much of this damage as they possibly can. There's some around the air. They're just trying to find some shots. It's not going to be easy for them here. They're still 112 below, now getting tagged up by the Storm's surge, so it's not going to be a simple task, but these guys are two very experienced players here, Taco. They have what it takes, but they need to do it now.
They don't have any time to think about it any further. It's all about the action, quick and decisive. iDrop and Medius just looking to see where they can manifest some form of a fight. The overdrive grenade, though, going to cause them to separate a little bit more than what they would have initially intended. Still only 40 below. Jug is going to keep Medius a little bit healthy, but they're going to be in tatters by the time they make it into this next edge of zone. It is now or never for both iDrop and Medius, and unfortunately the lobby seemingly taking notice of their position. iDrop not going to be able to survive. Got lobby focus, and that final tick of surge going to take him out for good, as now Medius, he will finally secure some position on the leaderboard, and now as a solo, it's so tough.
So much momentum going through the day. That's a nice knock there from Marius. Not going to do too much damage to that first initial damage, but the finish is going to be good there as well. 331 above the threshold. It's going to be Marius' time to solo clutch. Can he game? And they're not going to get any of those placement points that they so desperately need. And all the other players down below on the leaderboard are going to be starting to catch up. So every single move that Marius makes right now just has that added level of importance as Vico and Malabuka are continuing their push in this game as well. They managed to find themselves a good amount of damage to stay above the threshold and find the heals as well.
But it's been the builds that have been a constant thorn in the side for Malabuka and Vico. Things still aren't out of the thick of it just yet either for this duo. That's a good refresh, but only 120 above and some change. They're going to need a lot more to work with here, or for the lobby to continue taking itself out, as Media is still trying to manifest something. But Vico, Malabuka, one more time, getting a look back into what kind of catapulted them a little bit higher up here. Just a nice sequence of knocks and eliminations. Tarps on the receiving end of that, but still so much more left to drive through here, as Nadia is doing a great job holding down his position in the low ground. Shark and Teeny, though, they have 870. It just continues to climb. I don't even know why I pointed out Jerdy going to be another one of those victims. And Mini, we just highlighted Zippy and Jerdy trying to solidify themselves in a great contention spot for the consistency on the leaderboard. But this is a huge problem when you're dealing with Teeny and Shark just absolutely rolling through this lobby. But look at Medius go. Nothing seems to deter him. He is fully locked in to prove to the doubters that iDrop and Medius have got what it takes to make it through.
Yeah, these are the sort of solo clutches that can qualify you to the major finals, and Marius is doing just that, just on the cusp of those placement points. So every single placement point that he gets right now is going to be so valuable for them. Cammy here and Chari just playing the backside of the zone, trying to get as much of this damage as possible before they then go ahead and make this rotation. You can see them just 250 above the threshold. They're just trying to do as much damage as they can to not have to worry about it. But look at this, Shark down, Teeny clutching up, gets the knock and gets the full elimination there onto Ziffy. And try and pull out the revive here as well. 7 eliminations for this team so far. This is the first time we've seen them in this game where they had a little bit of a wobble. It looks like they're going to be able to find that revive, and that's going to be crucial for them to continue plowing through this lobby and finding all the eliminations that they are. Doesn't seem to set them back too much either, and now Cammy finally uses that overdrive grenade to get towards the front side of zone and use all of that, all those builds that they were able to get from that.
But Cammy and Hadi are definitely feeling the pressure squeezing in on them because they are not in a very set position right now on the leaderboard. Maria still, as a solo, though, just barely ticking above the surge threshold. But he's got a fairly solid loadout to continue climbing, clawing his way up those placement positions, just trying to stay tucked away, out of sight, out of mind mentality. And Sharktini from the knock revive now taking over the high ground entirely, completely stacked. Everyone else underneath them has to be on the lookout because they are just hunting. They're absolute fiends in this lobby right now. Marius, if he's not careful, if he overextends for just a moment, he's going to find himself a victim unless he connects some nice shots. But playing through from the backside of zone, now going to move towards front side. He'll be forced to drop a layer soon enough here unless he can manifest some kind of refresh, but it is just a tough position.
This, though, from Shark on the top of the screen, just absolutely going ham over there. These guys are the most well-equipped team right now to play high ground because they've got about 4.5 million eliminations in this game. Coupled with all the materials that they're now getting, Shark's just on a bit of a frenzy. He's just having fun as Teeny's just holding down the fort up on height. Shark's just fragging out down below. Marius, though, needing it all to do, done so well so far. Able to pop some Peter and get his way back inside of the zone. Decent amount of materials as well to try and play these mid-ground layers. This is all where it counts, though, for Marius. Getting pre-edited on from another angle. He's got to try and disengage and find another layer, which he does, but he's got to be so careful here. At every move he makes will just make sure that they can continue to stay in this game. Every single placement point that he gathers will continue to push them higher up in the standings. But he's doing so well so far. Sacco, this is so well done from Marius.
But now high overhead, looking down. Media still making it happen, though. Has a few more pizza slices to work with, too. Backs at his own one more time. He continues to kind of nestle his way in here, but Shark, Teeny, we're already hitting double digits here, Mini Miner. This is very reminiscent of seeing their off-season performances. Teeny and Shark just making it look too easy right now. Hadi, Cammy, no materials. Medius, hardly any HP left to work with, but he's got that mythic pump. He might be able to find another siphon to work with. This Shark, Teeny, they just continue to decimate the entirety of this lobby. Another one onto Pixovsky, and now Teeny, Shark, they have no intentions of slowing down.
Now it's Teeny that's fragging out. Shark now getting on the wall as well, trying to hop in the box, but Steve's on the other side, just breaking all of these weak builds, trying to find his way through. Edits come through as well, not able to connect with the shot. They want more. They're not happy with double digits. They want high double digits to Teeny and Shark, as they're now just infiltrating the rest of the lobby down on low ground. Really nicely done from them, as they're just continuing to rain down fire here. Top 5 situation, or top 4 situation, they're the only duo.
But look at what Marius has done this entire time. You wouldn't think that he'd been a solo for so long, and sure enough, Teeny, he'll actually find himself getting knocked. Marius doesn't have any builds remaining, but he might be able to collect the siphon. That could be the difference maker. He's now trying to circle around, see if he can pinpoint exactly where Shark is at, but Shark, he is on the run, but he's not going to be able to make it. iJump and Marius, forget about the consistency game. It's all the victory royale.
And a solo clutch from top 33 or whatever it was from Marius. That is absolute. Ease out as many of these places.
think you really gotta go.
Right foot creep, ooh, I'm walking with that heater. Look around. Right foot up, left foot slide. Left foot up, right foot. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. Right foot creep, ooh, I'm walking with that heater. Look around, stay low, make sure they don't see you. Catch some bad, walk down, face them with that heater. The devil under your feet, you on your way to see him. Right foot creep, ooh, I'm walking with that heater. Look around, stay low, make sure they don't see you. Catch some bad, walk down, face them with that heater. The devil under your feet, you on your way to see him.
The reckless fever, love struck girl. Hottie, hottie, this ain't just a hobby, I'm legit.
You